Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Vail Dailies on the Hill. This is your host, Sean Naylor, right out here in Beaver Creek. It is December 28th, 2025. We are here right after a 4-inch snowstorm. So let me start by saying it is so great to be back out here with you. No, John LeCon and myself have not been hiding from you. We've just been waiting for the snow. And we have a little bit here today, so I'm happy to give you all an update on the terrain and status here at Beaver Creek. There was also 4 inches that fell in Vail. And I want you all to see here that we are starting to see a little bit of that white coat that we've really been longing for. All right, so it is a very chilly 10 degrees out here. The winds are strong up top. So I'm up at about mid-mountain here. I'm in the Bachelor Gulch area, ripping it down Sawbuck. And I'm just heading towards Bachelor Gulch right now. To show you guys, there's been a couple more terrain openings throughout the weekend. However, we're still working to get a lot done here. And so currently, we have a 19-inch base here at Beaver Creek, and we have 16 lifts running that all serve about 18 trails total. And as you can see here, it's starting to look a little bit better. And given the cold temperatures, that's really what we need, because we need the cold temperatures to stay. It's good that it's cold. It's crazy cold. Snow to stay here. We needed to build up this snowpack. We need a proper base for all the extra snow that hopefully comes throughout winter and spring to build upon. So it's awesome that we're here on what's starting to feel like a more typical late December, January weather conditions. And while I'm out here with you, I do want to address a couple things that have been floating around. A few rumors, one of which wasn't even substantiated, so I won't even waste your time there. However, there is some concern about snowmaking and the ability to snowmake, throughout the season, because we've had such a rough start to this season. I've heard a lot of concern about the reservoirs being dried up, so I'm going to show you this clip right here that I took while I was riding up the Beaver Creek Express. I want some of you to rest assured that there's still water in that reservoir. It's lower than I think I see around this time of year. However, I would not say I'm too concerned. Being someone who's been out here for over a decade, that reservoir looks like it will help us throughout January to help build that pack. And we will have to let Mother Nature take over at some point. This is not all on the snowmakers. However, you gotta give praise where it's due, because it's really fun out here today. And given that it is a holiday week and we have lots coming up, it's great that we're able to provide some slopes for those visitors to have some fun on. As far as weather goes, we're not gonna see another storm until Thursday. In the meantime, enjoy what you have here. There's plenty going on throughout this holiday period. So anyone who's coming here, getting skunked on snow, you shouldn't worry about that first of all, but rest assured that there's also a lot of fun stuff to keep you occupied. Vail Mountain has really stepped up as far as their après scene in recent years. They have a lot of really cool DJ acts, a lot of good stuff for that, younger to middle-aged crowd who just wants to have fun. Well, they're still coming to the place that has plenty of it. So right now, I'm passing back to the village. If you're out here throughout New Year's, make sure to stop by the Ritz-Carlton, which is right behind me. They usually have some pretty sweet little après action going on as well. Usually have some DJs out there in the afternoon. And right now, I'm coming to leave the beans. And those of you who have kept up with my videos in the past, you'll know that I actually love this little green run. it holds a special place in my heart. And that's because it is so significant to not only me, but to the people who live in Avon, to the people who are staying in Avon, whether it be at the Westin, Comfort Inn, etc. All these places are served by this little run that takes you straight back into town when you're done. Now, as you can see, it's not the fastest run. It's green, it's slow, and you need to stay pointed to keep your speed up, especially if you're on a snowboard. Skiers, help your snowboarder friends throughout this part right here. I always see a lot of people doing the duck walk in this area, or even unstrapping. For me, I can usually just rock the boat like this, and it keeps me going. I have to give props to our local brand, snowboard brand, Westin, based out of Minern. I've loved this timber since the day I bought it, with good reason. And for one thing, it holds wax incredibly well, and it really just helps me just glide and keep gliding. So now you can see I'm picking up speed. We're gonna rip it back to Avon together. There's some fresh lines to be found here. Now, in the quest of fresh lines, don't get carried away, folks. It is still early season conditions. There are things poking out of the snow. This is not tree skiing season. This is not the time to duck ropes. All of those things, you're gonna be doing at your own consequence. And you shouldn't duck ropes to begin with, but it's especially dumb right now. So, let's take it easy on the ski patrollers, okay? They're also out here on guard, making sure that everyone has fun in this limited terrain, and that this funnel doesn't turn out to be dangerous. For those of you coming out here with your families, you're gonna have plenty of fun here. Beginner hills are as good as they'll be, and you're gonna have a really fun time just riding around this beautiful mountain. I always do. It never gets old. But most importantly, I want you, the viewer, to know that John LeConte and I are dedicated to this On the Hill video program, and we're dedicated to you. And we're gonna be out here whenever there's a storm, whenever there's a terrain opening. We're gonna keep you posted. So whatever that guy said on the chairlift, forget about him. Because we check our facts, and then we come out here and we live them. We get the first person experience on all of it. Coming around this last turn right here, which is going to drop us down to the bottom of the lower Beaver Creek Express. Also where it connects with the Westin Gondola, which is where the town of Avon people usually rotate in and out. It's also great if you're riding the bus in from other towns, because Avon Station is right next to that gondola, so you don't have to take the shuttles up. One less shuttle. So I want to thank you all for watching. This is Sean Naylor with the Vail Daily. We will see you next time on the Hill.